In this worksheet called Rank, we've got a list of employees in column A and their salaries in column B. And we want to know how the salaries rank compared with the others. And we can certainly do this by sorting the data and then simply putting in a number there and copying it down the column. But we don't want to sort the data. And furthermore, the salaries will change from time to time. We want this to always be accurate. And so we're going to use a function called rank. But like a number of functions in Excel, we also have a new capability. And we'll see this as soon as we start to type the word rank right here. As we're typing already, you can see below that there are 3 functions there. And as I slide the mouse over the lower entry here, right here, rank, this function is available for compatibility with Excel 2007 and earlier, and it returns the rank of a number in a list and so on. So this is the function we need, although it seems to be saying that this is going to disappear. And eventually it will probably. Rank EQ does exactly the same thing. So we can use either one here. So I'll simply use rank, then put in the left parenthesis. Rank begins with the number that we're interested in this case B2, comma, and then the range of cells we're comparing it with. Now there's nothing else in column B except salaries and that text entry in B1. So we can simply use column B. And as we press enter, this is the 71st highest entry. We'll double click, copy this down the column. Now, what if there's a tie? And we do have that here. Those 2 salaries will share the same ranking. Here are 2 salaries exactly the same. They share the second rank. Now, you won't find any 3 in this list. There's 1 right there. Later, we'll see a 4. There's a 6. But there's no 3 here. And so you could say that these 2 cells occupy the second and third positions. So they share the same ranking. Let's do something similar with a different set of data over in column H. Let me zoom in a bit so we can see it better. As we start to type rank, this time use rank EQ. Now, it will give us the same answer as if we were using rank. Tab it into place here. We want to point out its contrast with rank average. So here too, we're comparing an entry. It's in G2, comma, with all the entries in column G. Click there, we get an answer, just as if we had used rank. We'll copy this down the column. Now, let's contrast this with rank average. Once again, as we start to type this, we see it right away. As soon as you see it, by the way, you can click it and tab it into place if you wish. There it is. And again, we'll be comparing that entry in G2, comma, with all of the entries in column G. And the first answer we get, no surprises. But as we double click here and look at the others, there's some big surprises. Let me zoom back a little bit too and look at some of these that share the same ranking. And that's where things are different. Here's a 9 here. There's a 9. And that's what happens when we use rank or rank EQ. Over here, we've got 9.5. And down here, we've got 9.5. So what are we saying here? One way to describe this is that we've got 2 values that share the 9th position. Or a different way of saying it, they share the 9th and 10th positions. Now, the average of those 2 is 9.5. In other words, they add up to 19 divided by 2. We've got 9.5. Now, I think most people most of the time don't need to know that information. I think rank or rank EQ will work just fine. And we'll bring this out a little bit more clearly simply by sorting the data. I'm going to sort this in descending order. We don't need to do this, but I think it'll clarify it a bit more. Now we get perhaps a better handle on what's going on here. And so here are 2 16s. They share the second rank using rank or rank EQ. But under rank average, remember, they are the second and third positions. That adds up to 5. Therefore, we get 2 2.5s. And here we've got a situation. 3 of them have 11. And so the average of those, imagine they occupy the 11th, 12th, and 13th positions. So what is the average of those 3 numbers? 12. That's why we get the 3 12s. Now, with some analyses of data, sometimes knowing these differences is important. I think for most people, the simple use of rank or rank EQ will work just fine.